take sips on the Sprite. Do 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 do.
Hey, what's up guys? So today I just wanted to make an apology video because over the last week we've been doing some raids updates and I've been trying to do the updates really fast, but it is the final week of I'm like working on school 50% of the time and then I'm working on raids updates 50% of the time. And yesterday I was working on raids updates and it seemed like 5 minutes. It seemed like it was going super fast, but it turned out that I was working on raids updates for like an entire hour. Sometimes when I'm testing these updates, it might seem like I can do them really fast, like in 1 minute, 2 minutes, but when I have to edit like 20 different bosses at the same time, and I do have to change, like every individual boss has different max hits, different hit points. I have to go through that and make sure that all those numbers were like, you know, it made sense where Virago is harder than Simon and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that over the last week, the raids updates have been too difficult for some people, too difficult for new players probably, too difficult for old players definitely. I think it might be more balanced now, should be way more balanced. I will continue to keep doing updates. I would have like kept it on my test server, but I have to keep doing updates. We have customs that keep coming out, so all of the times that I have to put customs in the server, I update the server and then all of my raids updates get put in. Otherwise I could do it on the test server alone. Yeah, anyways, that's about what I wanted to say guys, and I think that we're actually adding this new elite box, which is very cool. So I'll show you like a little sample of it really quick. I've spawned it for some people yesterday, and then we have a lot of YouTubers that are going to be making videos for us very soon, so I'm hoping we can get some player count growth or whatever. I know like over the last week I was hearing tons of horrible things, like all my players are quitting and they're saying all the raids updates are horrible and they have to eat, like I had to eat 300 Fury Sharks, and I don't know, it was just impossible to do raids. But now I think it's a lot better for raids 1, 2, 3, and probably 4 as well, but I'll have to test that. But anyways, here's the new mystery box guys. It is an elite box. So the cool thing about this one is if you open it, it actually opens the Squeal of Fortune interface, which I kind of wanted to add a custom interface for mystery boxes, but we couldn't do that. So, well, we could do that, but this one looks a lot cooler in my opinion. And I fixed a bunch of things with Squeal of Fortune, where Wheel of Fortune didn't used to work that well guys. I think you guys might remember, because if you opened it and you click spin now and sometimes you claim a reward, sometimes you'd open it back up, duck or something. But I'll show you now. If I spin it and then I open it back up, oh well, I lost the box now. Now if I open it back up, it will actually reset itself, so it's always working guys. It never gets stuck anymore, and that's the same thing with the regular Squeal of Fortune. They don't get stuck anymore. And also this cool box has tons of great rewards, including Inquisitor. It has all 3 pieces. It's got like tons of golden tickets and stuff. You can keep opening it if you want it to like reset the rewards. You could get like whatever reward you want. I don't know if that's like going to be overpowered, but yeah, as you can see, 3 different Inquisitor pieces there, and sometimes it even does 500 bill instead of the Inquisitor. So Inquisitor might be worth like 1 trill per piece, and then you could also get like golden tickets or whatever. But that's not even the best part, because there's still like really good rare rewards as well. So all the rare rewards is really good armor, like you can see Justice CR Kite Shield here, Superior Sea Singer Robe Bottom, and then Santa Boots. So it's got the Santa set in there, which is like 30 bill. So basically around like 20 to 50 bill of items that are in the rares, and Eternal Boots. And yeah, so that's what the update that I've added is this elite box. And I think that we're gonna add like more interfaces like to the mystery box as well. We're gonna add this interface right here, the Squeal of Fortune one, to the mystery box. And we also have another box as well, which is called the super box. And this one, I'm just going to make this one similar to the it's going to be the same as the Puzzle Scroll Elite box. So this one doesn't do anything yet, but the boxes look really nice, and I can actually like color each of the boxes. So I might make more of these cool boxes and put some cool rewards in them. But yeah, anyways, now I'm going to go ahead and test raids really quick, because I want to see, is it actually really good? So I've got my armor set here, and we're going to go to raids 3 because that's the one I've been testing. All right, so so now we are in raids, guys, and we're up against the KBD and Corporal Beast, and I'm gonna go ahead pray mage right now because praying mage will help us with the KBD's fire actually. So KBD, actually I changed the fire mechanic so that what actually happens is that KBD can hit like more with fire, kind of like you need more fire protection is what I'm trying to say. So if you come in here and you notice you're getting hit by fire, like really high hits, like, you know, I don't think it will hit higher than 30 or 50 or whatever, but if you notice that they are kind of high, then bring like a super anti-fire or bring the anti-fire dragon shield. Those will reduce the KBD's hits basically to 0. That could be useful if you're in raids 1 or 2, which I know one of those raids does have KBD now. As you guys can see, is a lot better now. Corporal Beast used to hit like 60s with melee, 60s with mage. You know, I actually did an update recently. If I check updates really quick, one of the Corporal Beast was actually totally bugged, guys. He was attacking twice every single time he actually attacked. So some of our bosses, like, they needed me to look at the combat scripts to be sure that they were working properly, because even though I did all these updates where I was messing around with the HP and the max hits, I actually did run into a few issues in the combat files that I was able to fix while I was doing all these updates. That's pretty good. All right, so there we go, wave 1 down. I probably ate like 10 to 20 Fury Sharks, so maybe when it gives you Fury Sharks in raids, it might not be giving like quite enough, but that will be fixed, definitely. Yeah, anyways, raids 1 and 2 I think are probably totally good for, like, it gives you, you know, 5 to 10 Fury Sharks every single time you get a kill from a boss, so this should be good. And then as you guys can see, most of the boss kills typically end up being around 30 to 60 seconds, maybe a little longer, like 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. The points are pretty balanced. As long as you don't die, you should be able to get a chest in, I think, maybe less than 10 minutes, but I'll see really quick how long it takes me actually. So it looks like the first wave got me 10%, so it'd probably take about 10 waves to actually do it, and to get this 20%, I mean, probably take about 10 waves to get the full 100% points. All right, so there we go. So each wave is taking about 2 minutes. Oh, and then another update which I've made, guys, is that Primal and Simon actually no longer hits as high as he used to. Used to hit like hundreds, but if you have like, if you're not a very good player, then he'll only hit like 60s at most. So that's pretty good that that's how that works. And I know that Primal used to hit a lot higher as well, but his max hit appears to be like 50, and I'm not even wearing the COVID shield. If I was wearing the COVID shield, then I would definitely be taking way less damage. All right, so that was my first death. I just got comboed out by Simon and Primal. I probably should have seen that coming. I was not like listening to what Simon was saying. You guys die, then it probably will be to Simon. And like when I was watching someone actually do raids, pretty much the only time he died was Simon, I think. Yeah, Simon still sucks. I mean, even though he like hits a lot less, he does still suck. If I had a COVID shield, I would not have died, I don't think, because yeah, Primal is pretty annoying, but if you had an Anarchy shield, I'm sure that Primal would be like way less annoying. I think the #1 item in here, like actually what shield you're wearing, that's what matters the most. All right, so the points are a lot slower than what I want. Like right now, honestly, it's gonna take like 20 minutes for 100%. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do probably is I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the points are like twice as fast, so that it's like 10 minutes for each one. So that one kind of makes more sense, like a 10 minutes instead 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, you only get like 3 raids per hour, not that many. But if you get 10 minutes per raid, then that's like 6 raids per hour, and that's pretty decent. So therefore, 6 raids per hour, definitely a kind of good chance of actually getting a rare if you do it at that rate. All right, so it looks like Mercenary Mage just healed like literally almost back up to full health already, so that's kind of crazy. So that's another thing I'm gonna have to fix. His healing is just too strong for me at the moment. All right, so from Mercenary Mage, absolutely ridiculous healing. It took me 3 minutes and 44 seconds to actually kill. I think that Araxor should be a little easy because of those scythe here. Yeah, I've kind of made Araxor like a little bit easier to kill, even though he does have like super high healing still. He like doesn't hit that hard on some lower tier players, and probably doesn't hit that hard on, like, you know, people with really max gear or whatever. So that's pretty good, except for his special move, which does still hit pretty hard. Like that skull move right there still hits pretty hard. All right, so the Araxor kill took me 1 minute, and then the Mercenary Mage took me like 3 to 4 minutes. Obviously the Mercenary Mage's healing is like off the charts. All right, so I just got destroyed, but that's because I'm using a scythe without the raccoon shield, so that's the reason that happened. happen. I'm gonna go ahead and search the chest because I'm pretty much done testing raids for now. I've got to wave like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or whatever. Let's see. I got to wave, oh, and there's probably like, I don't know how many waves. There's probably at least 16 waves or something. Raids is a lot easier in my opinion. I probably only ate, let's see how many Fury Sharks I ate. I have 156 right now, and so I ate like 100 Fury Sharks. You know, is a decent amount, I guess. I guess that just means that like what actually has to happen is just have to give more Fury Shark to the players like after boss kills, because at the moment it gets like 5 or 10, and that probably would not be enough. I don't think if it gave 10 per kill, then I think maybe that would be pretty decent. 10 to 15, somewhere in there. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and basically, yeah, just like and subscribe, and peace out.